Hey y'all, Scott Emerson here. Been a while since I've had to do a video. Today I'm going to talk to you about the firefighters. Big Spring firefighters. I was one, near and dear to my heart. Uh, City staff recommended last month that we do away with 11 positions that were funded by a SAFER grant that we got 3 years ago. They got these 11 firefighters in hopes that it would reduce overtime. But guess what else happened in the last 3 years? COVID happened, Snowmageddon happened, all kinds of adverse weather. So it didn't reduce any overtime. Now, the funny thing is, City Council sets the minimum staffing requirements that the fire department has to have on duty every day. By doing away with these 11 positions, it's just going to increase the amount of overtime that we have unless the city reduces the required amount of staffing. I hadn't seen anything about doing that, but staff did recommend that we do away with these 11 positions by attrition, which means not hiring them as positions become open. Now, that is all about firefighter safety for me. These men and women come to protect my family and yours in case of a fire. If you've never had a fire or been in a fire, it is a very scary situation. Every time you go in or even leave the firehouse with your ambulance blaring, it enters your mind that you may not be going home today. So I want to help these firefighters get home, and I think if it costs us a little money to do it, so be it. These non-firefighters position can be funded, one, with the money it's going to increase overtime by doing away with them. At time and a half, those non-positions turn into 12 and a half. So I think that getting rid of them is almost going to even out. It's going to be real close because of the benefits, but it just makes no sense to me to do away with these positions, make everything unsafer when we have the money to cover it. And speaking of that, the city of Big Spring in 2018 had 7,380,000 extra to spend. In 2019, they had 10,873,000, which they could have spent. 2020, the governmental funds combined ending fund balance is $11,118,000, which only gave them $9,356,000 available for spending, which was a decrease. And then in 2021, we had 13,715,000, 11,850,000, an increase of $2.5 million available for spending at the city's discretion. That's extra money in the bank that we could use to fund these firefighters, and it's not going to take very little of it. Plus, the city's oil revenue is bound to go up. It was over $3 million last year. Sinclair, those wells are still pumping, and Sinclair's drilled a bunch more. So the oil revenue looks to be coming up. We have no idea what the actual reserve underneath Big Spring is, but it looks very promising. So we should be getting money from that for years and years. Do we have enough money to fund these positions? Yes, we do. Will it make it safer to keep them? Yes, it does. Is the burden on the city higher? Yes, it is. Do I think if the city council, city staff, firefighters union all got together and educated the people, would we be willing to pay an extra 0.6 cents $100 valuation to keep these firefighters? We most certainly would. I think we would vote for it. Once we voted for it once, it'd be in the budget for forever. So they couldn't say, well, y'all voted for that last year. It doesn't mean we get it this year, because the effective tax rate or the no new revenue rate, no matter what the rate does, and it goes up and down for every entity every year. Why? Because values go up and down. Values are getting bigger and bigger. More and more stuff is coming and getting on the tax rolls. Therefore, it reduces the burden on each taxpayer, or it lowers the tax rate. The tax rate does not mean, when it goes down, it does not mean your tax bill is going down. It means your values have gone up. Anyway, I want you to think about your safety. I want you to think about these firefighters, these young men and women that have to put their life on the line for us. And our infrastructure is aging, getting older. The buildings are getting older. The timbers are getting drier. The fire load is increasing. Do we need more firefighters? Yes, we do. Do we need these 11 firefighters? Yes, we do. Is it worth the money we're going to have to spend for it? I think so. I'd like you to get a hold of your city council person and tell them you think so. District 1, Nick Ornelas. District 2, Diane Yanez. District 3, Cody Hughes. District 4, Gloria McDonald. District 5, Troy Tompkins. District 6, Maury Smith. I'll post all of their phone numbers below in the comments. You can call them and tell them you would like to keep the 11 firefighters. Let's get this thing voted down before it even begins. As soon as staff recommends getting rid of these positions, let's have our city council people tell them, I'm sorry, I've had too many calls. I'm voting no on this. Thanks. Y'all come to the next city council meeting. Appreciate it. Bye.